10 Best Career Opportunities for DEI Communities with Job Description. 1. Chief Diversity Officer. A Chief Diversity Officer oversees the diversity and inclusion efforts of an organization. A Chief Diversity Officer develops the strategy for the recruitment of diverse candidates for their organization. Other responsibilities of a Chief Diversity Officer include overseeing employee discrimination and harassment complaints, identifying and implementing new diversity programs, managing and supporting diversity and inclusion strategies based on data, supporting collaboration between leadership teams and departments, developing culture management initiatives, addressing issues faced by specific demographic populations within the organization. 2. Director of Culture. A Director of Culture leads the creation of strategies and programs that improve employee engagement in an organization. A Director of Culture creates innovative diversity and inclusion programs to help attract top talent for their organization. A Director of Culture also leads the development of a company culture strategy and fosters internal partnerships across departments. 3. Supplier Diversity Manager. A Supplier Diversity Manager creates a diverse supply chain of an organization. A Supplier Diversity Manager develops business strategies to ensure a diverse supplier base for the procurement of goods and services. A Supplier Diversity Manager also researches and records potential businesses owned by diverse groups or individuals for future purchases and contracts. 4. Human Rights Officer. A Human Rights Officer, HRO, is a government position responsible for monitoring reports on violations to employees' civil, social, cultural, and political rights. A Human Rights Officer investigates civil rights violations and works to resolve them with the appropriate parties in an organization and in the courts. A Civil Rights Officer commonly receives complaints to investigate related to the following: discrimination of minorities or women, unjust imprisonment, violence against children, religious intolerance. 5. Diversity Consultant. A diversity consultant is contracted by a business to review its existing data and processes to assist with the development and implementation of new diversity goals, strategies, and statements. A diversity consultant conducts diversity training for senior management and other employees, if needed, and identifies flaws in a business's current strategic plans. A diversity consultant also monitors new diversity and inclusion developments and recommends adjustments to programs for an organization if necessary. 6. Diversity Trainer. A diversity trainer is contracted by an organization to conduct diversity training and development programs for senior-level managers, middle-level managers, and upcoming leaders. A diversity trainer leads diversity and inclusion programming based on data-driven research and sets objectives for an organization based on these training sessions. A diversity trainer empowers managers and shares current best practices to foster diversity and inclusion within an organization. 7. Diversity Recruiter. A diversity recruiter creates company policies that promote equality and diversity. A diversity recruiter may also lead training sessions for human resources managers to promote diverse hiring decisions. A diversity recruiter establishes fair HR policies, creates job descriptions with inclusive language, and networks with potential candidates from underrepresented groups. The main goal of a diversity recruiter is to attract and retain a diverse workforce. 8. Diversity Business Partner. A diversity business partner collaborates with business leaders and teams within an organization to identify best practices for diversity and inclusion. A diversity business partner distributes diversity resources across organizations and inspires teamwork and collaboration across various organizational groups. A diversity partner assists senior-level management in developing innovative and measurable solutions to create a more diverse workplace. 9. Diversity event producer. A diversity event producer is responsible for hosting diversity and inclusion events for underrepresented groups. A diversity event producer manages the logistics and promotions of diversity events for an organization and attracts diverse candidates for open positions. 10. Diversity and Inclusion Program Manager, University. A diversity and inclusion program manager at a university develops, implements, and monitors diversity goals and programs in various departments. A university diversity and inclusion program manager creates and leads training sessions to foster an open and inclusive environment for students, staff, and faculty. A diversity and inclusion program manager also supports the university diversity plan and builds relationships with internal and external stakeholders. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and also comment down.